What's good, YouTube? In today's video I have another Warzone video for you guys, and as you can tell from the title and thumbnail, we're going through showcasing all of my settings again. And I know I've dropped multiple settings videos, but I keep changing things, like little things here and there, so I wanted to go back through, give you guys another one. Before I get any comments, this says mouse and keyboard because I just don't have my controller plugged in. I typically play controller, but I don't want a super long intro, so real quick, if you guys are new here, hit the sub button, leave a like, leave a comment, hit that bell to be notified when I upload my daily videos. Also, make sure to follow my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/itsEyeQew. That'll be linked down in the description below. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the settings. First category, keyboard or mouse. Doesn't matter, like I told you guys, I typically play controller, so if you need keyboard or mouse settings, that's not the video for you guys. But general, I typically play controller. I run 115 field of view. I used to run 120. 115 I feel like is a little bit, you know, downscaled. I get a little bit more aim assist. I don't miss nearly as many bullets. I'm way more consistent on this compared to 120. And I do run affected ADS field of view, just so I have way less visual recoil compared to independent, which is like console, and it makes all your guns jump. I don't know why a lot of people run independent. It makes really no sense, other than, I mean, mouse and keyboard players don't really run it. I run 50 brightness. This is one of the settings I never changed before, like until like 2 days ago. I didn't even know people did this. I used to run this 100. As you guys can tell, the HUD was all the way in the corners. But some people, and as of recently, I have been running 0-0, and it makes it so all your HUD is zoomed in a little bit more, and your eyes don't have to travel as far to look at your minimap, look at your health, look at your plates, look at your ammo, everything. And overall, it actually helps a lot. I would definitely give this a try if you guys haven't already. I run the Detronopia colorblind type. Like I always say, I have no idea if I'm saying that right. Both colorblind targets. Overall, I think it makes my game the most colorful. And people always come to my stream saying, bro, your graphics look amazing. And I don't even run in-game filters, so this is a big part of it. Minimap shape, I run square. As you guys can tell, it literally gives you more of a minimap. Like, you get more part that you can see. I run minimap rotation with the arrow, so you see the whole entire map. There's still people running around with round minimaps, and it's sad, bro. Definitely don't be one of those. This stuff, text chat, all that, this is just you guys. Right here, another PC option. FPS server packet. These are these boxes up top if you guys want to display those. I find it pretty useful. A lot of people don't, but at the same time, if you guys want these and you're on PC, definitely turn those on. Hopping straight into graphics, I run full screen. In my opinion, you get the best performance out of full screen. I'm pretty sure that's actually a fact, not opinion. So I run full screen. This is your monitor, this is your GPU. The refresh rate is your monitor's hertz refresh rate, so I have a 144 hertz monitor. Render resolution, you could run 100. That's what I do. A lot of people I know actually run like 110, and then a lot of people run like 1440, so they're anywhere in here, but I run 100. My game looks amazing all the time. Like I told you guys, I get so many compliments on how my graphics look. I have VSync turned off. I have a custom frame rate limit. I usually set mine at like 200 because my PC never goes over, especially with how poorly optimized this game is. So I put mine at like 200. NVIDIA highlights disabled. Reflex low latency I have enabled plus boost. Really good setting that you guys should definitely give a try if you guys haven't already. Display game, I have the 2.2 sRGB, because as you guys see, the sRGB is meant for monitors, and the BT1 886 is for a big TV. And if you're on a big TV nowadays, like, you're on a huge disadvantage. Those things have so much delay, so if you guys haven't already, definitely buy a monitor if you guys take this game a little bit more than just casually. Getting into the actual graphic settings, I always tell you guys this. I run most of my settings low, normal, disabled, just for the best possible frames, because the game still looks good. So I run normal, low, high, enabled, and disabled. Low for shadow map, disabled, low, disabled. And then filming strength, I run 1.0. I run DLSS off. Every single time I run DLSS, my game looks super blurry and fuzzy, and it's kind of just chalked. They added the setting to try to improve frames on that stuff, and for me, it just makes my game look terrible. I have anti-aliasing off. I have depth of field disabled. Motion blur, you please have this disabled. The fact that I still see some people run this enabled is insane to me. This should have been turned off the day you played Modern Warfare 2019 multiplayer. It is really useless. Please turn this off. Your game will look a whole lot better. Film grain, I have 0. As you guys could even see above the face cam, this is it up and this is it low. It looks way smoother. It looks way smoother with it on 0. And then I run disabled in 60. Overall, those are all the graphic settings. Like I told you guys, I run low, disabled, all that stuff for the best performance, because your game will still look good. But this is mainly all PC stuff. So audio, I run boost high. As you guys can see, I run Astro A40s. They work really well with boost high. I highly recommend that setting. I've always ran it. I run 40, 0, 50, 60. That's all you guys. That's all preference. Mono audio, I say this every single settings video. Please have this disabled, because what it does is, as you guys can tell in a headset, you can tell directional audio. I can tell you if footsteps are to the right or left or behind me or in front of me. If you turn this on, it takes all your audio paths and puts it all together, so you guys have no directional like variation like of the audio. so you wouldn't be able to tell where the footsteps are directionally. So definitely have this disabled. Voice chat, this is all you guys, basic settings. And then war tracks, I have all this stuff 0. War tracks stink in my opinion. Hopping into controller settings, these are finally the settings that console players can finally, you know, go to. I run default disabled invert look. I run a 0.10 dead zone, which is actually pretty high, a 9.9 sensitivity with a 0.8 low zoom and a 1.0 high zoom. Overall, I've tweaked my controller settings so many times, and this is how I feel the most comfortable. I love the sensitivity setting, and overall I feel great. Also, I also run a scuff impact, so I run a bigger controller. I run 2 paddles on the back. That's what I mainly use. So that's a jump and slide. So that's why I run default because I have paddles. If you have a basic controller, you can test out a ton of different settings. You can do stick and move, you can do bumper jumper, all that stuff. I personally don't. When I used to play on a default controller, I played claw, but now I'm on a scuff. So these are my settings. My sensitivity feels amazing. I always tell you guys, find a sensitivity that you guys feel comfortable with movement wise, and then from there change your ADS, low and high zoom, and feel comfortable with your aiming. Make sure you're accurate. Don't go too high on sensitivity because then you probably will miss more shots. And then the dead zone is kind of like a restriction, like it fights back a little bit. I've always run 0.10. I did it originally because my stick drift on my old controller, but now I'm just used to it. It's really, really solid. I run dynamic curve type. This is a game changer. I used to run standard for the longest, but dynamic literally gave me more recoil control, better control overall. It's just such a W. You guys definitely have to run that if you guys aren't already. I run no controller vibration. I always tell you guys, it literally is a game changer for me. A lot of people don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's more of like a comfort thing, but for me, Modern Warfare engine, all that stuff, it really shakes the controller like a ton. This is the first Call of Duty I ever turned it off. All the other games I ran it enabled, so I disabled it in this game. I run a standard aim assist. Standard with dynamic curve type is like the perfect combo. I would definitely recommend running these two together. Scale aim assist with FOV, this is a PC option. I run disabled. As you guys can see, this is disabled, so this is enabled, this is disabled. On disabled, you literally get, this is your aim assist box. You get more aim assist on disabled. So I get stickier aim and all that stuff with disabled. A lot of people like enabled, but for me, it literally is stickier. So I would give that a try. All this stuff, all you guys, use/reload behavior, a huge Warzone setting, contextual tap. This is huge. Tap to loot, tap to enter vehicles, tap to open doors, everything, tap to reload. But if you're in a vehicle, you have to hold to reload, all that stuff. Huge setting that you guys have to use if you guys haven't already. I'm sure a lot of you guys already are. Armor plate, I run apply 1. I feel like it gives me more control while I'm running around and during fights. Slide behavior, I run tap. I didn't run this for the longest time, but now I feel really fast. All you have to do is tap the paddle and I'm zooming. So if you guys haven't already, give this a try. I don't run auto move forward. I do run auto tack sprint. Now I don't have to click my left analog stick. I just have to move it forward and I'm flying around the map instantly. Double time, full sprint. Pair this with tap to slide and your movement is incredible. Definitely use these. And then I don't run parachute autoplay. I do a lot of heli racing, so I want to get as close to the ground as possible. So if you guys do that stuff, I would run that disabled. But overall, those are all the settings. Give them a try. Let me know how they go for you guys.